Hi guys, my name is Melissa Stackhouse, winemaker at Dutton-Goldfield Winery, and today I wanted to talk to you about the distinctions between the Dutton Ranch wines and the Russian River wines. I have Pinot Noir here, really more as a visual aid and for enjoyment. But a couple bullet points I think that we can use to describe these wines, and one begins with the fruit sourcing. So the Dutton Ranch is sourced from Dutton Ranch. So all of the vineyards that Steve Dutton farms and is in charge of, the fruit comes from those vineyards for this bottling. The Russian River, it's definitely fruit in the Russian River, and some of which does come from Dutton Farm vineyards, but also we source from kind of an eclectic mix of other growers as well. So there are different profiles between these two wines, primarily because of where the fruit is sourced. Second is really kind of the winemaker's intent, sort of our style. Our style for Russian River is a classic Pinot Noir, one that is maybe easy to drink, something very approachable, not too pondersome, not too complicated. Certainly classic Russian River Valley, which would mean maybe some cherry and strawberry, very fruit forward, salivaceous acidity, really bright and crisp, and a wine of, I think, real clarity. And then the Dutton Ranch would be a little bit maybe darker, a little bit more brooding, I would say earthy, maybe a little bit of tea leaf, something that's a little bit darker and more hedonistic than the Russian River Valley. And we can do that with the fruit sourcing, like we talked about, but also the Russian River is bottled within about 9 months, and the Dutton Ranch it's in barrel for about 14 months, and then it's bottled the spring of the following year. So two different, just even trajectories of timing for these wines can create quite a distinction between them. There's of course a visual difference between the packaging. Look, I've already tasted this. Actually, I've tasted a lot of that. So very different in packaging, and I would say just in the market, I would think that this Russian River would be a perfect by the glass, right? Easy drinking, great sipping wine. And then I think of the Dutton Ranch as a little bit more of that sort of food-friendly wine that you would want to kind of pair with some sort of interesting food. Irregardless, both classic Pinot Noirs, and I'm talking about Pinot Noir. I should also say we make two Chardonnays, and those talking points are going to be very similar. Classic Chardonnay, classic Pinot Noirs, but the bullet points to think about would be fruit sourcing is different. That is Dutton Ranch fruit sourcing exclusively here. And then that style, that this is a wine that's probably made to age a little bit more, has aged a little bit more, is a little bit darker, a little bit more brooding. And then the Russian River Screw Cap is very approachable, but still that sort of classic Russian River Valley Pinot Noir. So I hope you guys enjoy. See you soon.